Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to discuss a topic that is structure of the carboxyl group. Now, in the carboxyl group, that we know that carboxyl group generally we indicate carboxylic acid like R C double bond O OH, and in this, suppose we are thinking about the carboxyl group means COOH group. The carbon atom attached to two oxygen atoms, one by double bond and other by single bond, which in turn link to hydrogen atom by a single bond, and the remaining free valency, as you can see, gets satisfied by carbon atom of or you can say any hydrogen atom or any alkyl group or aryl group. Now, the X-ray analysis data indicates that the carboxyl group has a planar structure, and that's why we suggest the following structure for carboxyl group. In that structure, the key atom is carbon, okay, and this carbon is a planar. As we are saying that this carboxyl group is a planar, this carbon undergoes sp2 hybridization. As we already know, when carbon contains one double bond, it undergoes sp2 hybridization. So we are writing here first the ground state electronic configuration of carbon. Carbon atomic number is 6, as we know that. So electronic configuration becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz0. Now this one electron from 2s orbital get excited to 2pz, and therefore the excited electronic status becomes 1s2, 2s1, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz1. Now at excited state, 1s and 2p orbital, they undergo hybridization, they mix and recast to form sp2 hybridization to form now 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals. As we can say, these are 3 sp2 hybrid orbitals having trigonal structure, and each lobe or each hybrid orbital contains one electron. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and 1 2pz orbital is also there, but it is unhybridized. So we write here that is unhybridized 2pz orbital which contains one electron. Now this unhybridized 2pz always form double bond. Okay. So this is the carbon. Now the next one is oxygen. Now we are bifurcating the oxygens. Two oxygens are there. Suppose we are writing this oxygen which is doubly bonded as asterisk or some dot, suppose. So now again I am writing that oxygen, and you can see that here carbon, if you see that carbon is having 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds and one double bond, and here also we know that all hybrid orbitals, they are capable of forming only sigma bonds. So 1, 2, 3 sigma bonds are there, and one double bond can be formed by these 2pz orbitals. So we are on the right track. So next is oxygen. Oxygen is having atomic number 8 and electronic configuration 2s2, 1s2, 2s2, 2px2, then 2py1 and 2pz1 also. Now we are saying that this oxygen also undergoes sp2 hybridization. Now suppose we are thinking that it undergoes sp2 hybridization, then what happened? Here S contains 2 electron, means lone pair of electrons are there, and only one oxygen hybrid orbital of oxygen carries one electron, so it is capable of forming one sigma bond and one pi bond. And what we also need the same thing. So here this oxygen which we indicated by, this is a doubly bonded, so we indicated by dot. Okay, so this oxygen undergo sp2 hybridization in ground state only, because it is satisfying the condition which we want. So it undergoes 1s and 2p orbital on ground state undergoes sp2 hybridization to form again 3 hybrid orbitals which is trigonal in structure. So this is oxygen, and I am writing this as a doubly bonded. and here also it contains one unhybridized 2pz orbital which contains one electron. Now you can see that these two 2s2 and 2px2 with two electrons, so the two hybrid orbital of oxygen, doubly bonded oxygen, it also carries two lone pairs, and one lobe or one hybrid orbital contains only one electron. Okay, so this is the doubly bonded oxygen. Now we are taking the again electronic configuration. Now this is oxygen where it is attached to carbon with single bond. Okay, so I am writing here it is again oxygen, so atomic number is 8 and electronic configuration is like this. But now in this condition, as we know that this oxygen is forming two double bonds. Okay, we need two, not a double bond, sorry, we need two single bonds here, two sigma bonds here. So here this oxygen which is single bonded undergoes excitation, so one electron from 2s goes to 2pz, and what we get now, 1s2, 2s1, 2px2, 2p y1 and 2pz. No, not it remains as 2, and one of the electron from p section get excited to 2pz. So now the final electronic configuration after excitation of electron becomes 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz2. Now at this condition 1s and 2p orbital they undergoes sp2 hybridization again to form three lobes. Now this is a single bonded oxygen. Here 2pz having two electrons, it is a means it doesn't participate in forming pi bond, so we are not writing here this unhybridized orbital. Okay, but it is having two lone pairs, no, one lone pair, I am writing that lone pair here, and two hybrid orbitals, they carry one electron each. So this is a scenario. As you can say, we have three atoms, carbon, all the three undergoes sp2 hybridization, and now we are going to combine all these. How? Now you can see that our structure is like this. So in the same manner we are going to write it here. So our carbon is here, so this is a carbon, so we write it like this. This is a carbon with three lobes with one electron each, and sorry, I am taking another. So carbon, again I am writing carbon, this is a normal structure. Okay, now for MO diagram we are taking carbon. This is a three sp2 hybrid orbitals of the carbon, each contain one electron. In addition to that, we also had one 2pz orbital with one electron. Now with the help of this sp2 hybrid orbital, this carbon is able to form a sigma bond with any group. It may be hydrogen or it may be any R group. So I am writing here any suppose R group. It may be R or it may be H. So it forms a sigma bond. So now we have this part, that is R, Cr or Ch. Now come to here. This is oxygen, and we know that here it is a doubly bonded. So what is the structure for it? So doubly bonded is like this. This is a doubly bonded. Here two lone pairs are there, so we are writing in the same manner. So here again we are oxygen which is doubly bonded. So this is one. Here lone pairs are there, as you can see, and at the same time it also has one 2pz orbital which contains single bond, and with the help of this bond, this electron, it forms a sigma bond. So we have now carbon oxygen sigma bond, single bond, and at the same time the carbon 2pz orbital of carbon and 2pz orbital of this doubly bonded oxygen, they form a pi bond. Now we are on the track that we have now R, we have C and double bond O. Now whatever remaining is here, OH, we have to write down OH and one valency is there. So now we are writing for the single bonded oxygen. So this is a 1, 2 and 3, where we know that one oxygen contains lone pair, and here one sp2 hybrid orbital of this single bonded oxygen is having with 2 single bonds here, so it form a sigma bond. So now we have C single bond O, and this oxygen now can form a bond with hydrogen or 1s orbital of hydrogen. So now this is a complete structure of the carboxyl group. So this is all about the structure of carboxyl group, and it is one of the important question generally asked in examination. Either they ask you to write down the structure of carbonyl group, or they can ask you to write down and explain the structure of carboxyl group. So this is the most important portion of this unit also. So thank you.